I'm the director of the Office of Regulatory Policy. We have three main mission-oriented office directorates, and I am paired with the Office of General Counsel and the Office of Examination. Together, we execute the mission as directed by the board. I trust and rely on greatly my deputy, Autumn Higgins, who really does manage the three teams that we have organized in the office on a day-to-day basis, allowing me to be more of a liaison with the board. The board, through frequent and constant communication, indicate what their regulatory policies and priorities are. I bring that back to the team. We cogitate, we deliberate, we form work groups with those other office directorates, and come back to the board with a work product that hopefully matches what their directions were, and we move on then to implement those regulations on the farm credit system, the regulated community. Before I came to FCA, I worked for 23 years on Capitol Hill. Majority of that was at the House Agriculture Committee. Majority of that was as the Chief Counsel for the House Agriculture Committee. My primary job was to defend the committee's jurisdiction. There are 17 standing committees in Congress, and when a bill is introduced, it's referred to a committee. My job was to make sure the bills that were implicating agriculture policy were properly assigned to our committee. The major legislative priorities of the House Agriculture Committee are the farm bills that we do every 5 years. And I was lucky enough to be a key author, obviously at staff level, for the 2008 and the 2014 farm bills. There's lots of opportunities in FCA. I started off as, was lucky enough to serve Board Member Hall. The peculiarity of the Farm Credit Statute is board members cannot be renominated. So you have a 6-year term, but you can serve, board members can serve until their replacement is nominated by the President, confirmed by the Senate. Opportunities don't present themselves always in perfect timing, and I still would love to be working for Board Member Hall, but I was asked by the board to consider moving over to the Office of General Counsel. I competed for the Deputy General Counsel's position because I really wanted to stay in the building. I really wanted to continue in the very important mission of the Farm Credit Administration. I was lucky enough to be selected for that job. My predecessor is the Office of Regulatory Policy. When President Biden was elected, went back to USDA. The board asked me to move over to the Office of Regulatory Policy. I quipped that I'm the guy in the agency who can't keep a job. But it shows how much opportunity there is if you just work hard and you have the ability to demonstrate collaboration. And I think that's the most important thing, especially for an office director, but anybody in the building, anybody in the agency, really needs to be able to work with other staff to promote the very important mission of the FCA. The FCA has an incredibly critical role in the success of American agriculture. It has the obligation to serve all credit-worthy borrowers in good times and in bad. We've seen in bad times commercial bankers and other financial institutions leave the space because it wasn't profitable. We can't do that. We can't allow that to happen at the Farm Credit Administration. Farm Credit System has a national footprint that is statutory. They are statutory obligated to serve, and it's our responsibility to make sure they stay safe and sound so that they can execute, again, in good times and in bad. What makes FCA unique is much more the people than the work product, if you ask me. Everybody enjoys working with folks here. When I was newly appointed or selected as ORP director, I quite frankly was intimidated by the subject matter experts that surrounded me. In other places that I've been, Congress, I've witnessed it at USDA and other places, there may not be the surrounding support for a new office director. That is not the case here. Everybody, like I've said, is committed to the mission, and to help the mission succeed, they are all there to support the office director, whether that person be in the office for 15 years or 15 months. Another example, we have a tendency to be social, but it isn't a clique type of social structure. With board members will be new examiners, will be tenured staff, and will be guys from our mailroom or building engineers, all rubbing elbows, all talking about the events of the day. I don't think you see that much anywhere, but specifically in Washington, D.C. This is a fantastic place to work, and unique is a very adequate, a very accurate term or description.